Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Jets coming in at 1-7, going up against the Browns, who come in at 2-6. With that, let's get out to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis, with this Week 10 matchup.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Jets. Two sides to every coin. You look at this one, you could say not a good return, but also really good coverage by the other group.
And you know, with my defensive side, I like that. To see them get downfield and bottle in the return guys and not allow them out, an excellent play.
And not great starting field position here for the offense.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
They come up in an offset eye.
Here we go.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
They're going to look to throw. And Anderson's got it. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
And now here's a carry heading left. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Tackle made by Marcus Golden. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Greg Olsen was the intended target, and it's third down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
8 yards still remaining here on third down. Gun. They'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
And to give this time to the tailback. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see 2 tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Roughing the pass here, but Charles, that's a good call. But these days, you know, quarterbacks, they're very protective.
We know how protected they are, and if it's anything borderline, they're going to get the call. But as a defender, that's hard to swallow sometimes because there's so many of these bang-bang plays.
They go play action here on first down. And he slings one that's incomplete. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. And it's second down. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Four down. Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Crashing in from the end there, not to disrupt the pass game, but to disrupt the run game.
Yeah, I love the distinction, too, because the good defensive ends, they can do it all. Set the edge in the run game, make sure that no one can move it that way, and, of course, rush the passer. On that play, use the speed to get there in the run game.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Give them 22 on that one. And the Browns are going to have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Preston Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now back to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Let's meet the offensive starters, and let's discuss Corey Coleman, first wide receiver drafted out of last year's class.
And there was a reason for that. When you watched his tape, when you watched his games, you saw his...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because... This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets take possession. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll look to throw now on first down. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
All right, now look at 56.
They come up in an offset eye.
Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll look to throw here. And Anderson's got it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 17 that time. And that's good for a Jet first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter is starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for, and it's third down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
They need to get this to the 24 on third down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Back to throw again. That one complete to Anderson. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
This offense is in rhythm now, just accumulating first downs and moving the ball downfield.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action here, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Greg Olsen, his second touchdown on the season, and the Jets are able to strike for 6.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. On the return now, it's Josh Huff. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He was looking there for Reuben Randall. That'll bring up second down. Second and 10, he'll look to throw again. A dump off to Smallwood. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So third and medium here, 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
first kick 47. This one looks good as well. This will be taken at the 10. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now out come the Jets. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They come out here in the eye.
Good! Now let's go! Green, 39! Green!
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Now let's go! Blue landing! Blue landing!
Out of the gun now on third down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Back to throw now on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And now we're circling here around the 2-minute warning.
This is a setup play, trying to get one last one in before the clock warning.
Hurry up, here we go!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Greg Hardy there for the tackle. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Hurry up, here we go! 56, Mike, 56!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And they'll get him. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They come up in an offset eye. Looking to throw. That is caught inside the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he knocks it through. now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second. Half. Managing risk. This is a big decision here.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. And quickly they get to the line. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it. Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed it.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd and 5.
Leopard! Here we go now. 3-19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And over the middle. Now whistles come in.